Hey Budget Fam, it's Jordan from Jordan Budgets. Today we are doing a grocery haul. It has been a hot minute since we've done a grocery haul. I stopped doing these because I do grocery shop weekly and my grocery budget for the week is only about $100 to $140. And what that buys you these days is like this much stuff. So I stopped doing those purely because of the low budget that I have. Now, if you are new here, I do want you to know that this is primarily a cash budgeting community. We mostly do cash stuffings and cash budgeting and personal finance, that kind of thing. I do feel like groceries and shopping on and what you spend on things tends to go into that category, so we do these occasionally. Now, the reason we have a larger grocery haul right now is because I got this in the mail. This is a Mississippi P-Ebt card. I did have one kid in public school at the start of the year, and they must have just caught up to sitting these out. Now, this was given to everybody that gets free and reduced lunch in Mississippi, and this last year everybody got free and reduced lunch because of the pandemic. But it had 200 and some odd dollars on it, so I spent $240 on this grocery haul. Now, I feel like this is the kind of grocery haul that I used to do before prices started increasing, maybe a little bit less, but this is about what $100 to $120 would buy me in Mississippi not too long ago, like maybe four months ago, I could spend that much. This was $240. So inflation has definitely changed the game. So I've been talking for a couple minutes now. Let's go ahead and start running through what I spent our P-Ebt money on. I did get 24 cans of Coca-Cola. It has been a while since I've bought sodas, but I'm finding myself wanting to eat out more because I miss sodas, and I'm like, okay, I was trying to cut the cost of sodas, but I think it's costing me a little bit more not to have them, so I just went back and bought, I spent about $10 on this 24 pack of cans of soda. So I have 24 of these small waters. I do have 2 packs stacked up back there. We don't use these on a consistent basis, but my kids do ask for water almost every single night, and I've already started the dishwasher and don't want to go get their water bottle, so I tell them just to grab a small water and they grab one of those to get them through the night, basically. My boys are both really into orange juice right now, so I did pick this up. I have no idea why the seal is broken, but I did already unscrew the cap and the internal seal is fine, but that weirds me out when that happens. We did get a small milk. This is not something I tend to buy. I like to buy like a powdered milk or something because we don't drink a lot of milk, but Santa's coming and we don't want to give him powdered milk, so we bought a small milk. I am restocking on coffee. I go through one of these every day or even every other day. I don't have coffee every single morning, so this should last me a while. It was a splurge. What is this now, like 20 something dollars for 48 K-cups? I still feel it's worth it because for one person who drinks coffee just very occasionally in the house, I don't know, it's better than making a whole pot and then I have to wash the pot constantly. I don't know, maybe it's a convenience thing. Moving on, let's stick with the drinks and go ahead and mention all of these Yoo-Hoos. I feel like in one of the last grocery hauls that I did, I had a ton of Yoo-Hoos in there, and granted that was like 3 months ago or something. I had that haul where I got a ton of Yoo-Hoos. My kids love them, but we don't drink them that much to where we need like this much. But I have not been able to find Yoo-Hoo in the store since that time, like 3 months ago. So I did buy a big box of Yoo-Hoos and they substituted for these smaller packs of Yoo-Hoos. So this is just a ton of Yoo-Hoos down there to put in my kids' lunch boxes. I have a couple of cakes back here. You guys know I love Duncan Hines. It is like, it's $1 per cake or per brownie, and all of their stuff is just delicious. So I had cake for my birthday recently and I was like, okay, maybe I want to have cake around the house too, like just for funsies sometimes. I do have 2 cakes back there and 2 frostings over here. That is just if we happen to want cake someday, or if there's a random little family party that comes up, I can make that. I have the cinnamon swirl crumb cake and muffin mix. I love this brand. I don't know that I've tried the cinnamon swirl crumb cake, but I know that I'm gonna love it. So I went ahead and picked up 2 of those. That is gonna be a fun breakfast. Now that I'm homeschooling one of my boys, I have a little bit more time with him in the morning, and I would like to start cooking breakfast with him at least once a week instead of just rushing right into school and into a busy day. So I got this thinking this might be a fun little activity for us to do together. It will be fun for him to read out the instructions, and we'll have a little snack at the end of it. So, I mean, it's kind of homeschool, right? Like life skills is what we're working on with that. Slim Jims. One of my kids is not a huge meal person. I'm trying to think of how to, he is complicated in some ways with food and not complicated in other ways. Like my not complicated kid who will eat salads and eat any meal that I give him, he will not touch Slim Jims. But my kid that is picky with meals loves Slim Jims. So this is just sort of like an emergency. If he doesn't eat dinner or lunch very well and then he tells me he's starving, I encourage him to go grab some vegetables and a Slim Jim, and then I feel like I'm meeting the protein and the vegetable need before I will give him a starchy option, which is stuff that he tends to want to go towards. Moving on to Lunchables. This is something else that of course is a splurge and not something you should eat every single day, but I've had an impossible time finding Lunchables lately. Is it just me, or are you guys having a hard time too? Because especially these chicken ones, which is the one that my picky eater will eat, those have been impossible. I got a couple of pepperoni pizza ones just because I want the other son to get something if he wants one too, if he sees little brother eating one, but for the most part, we shouldn't really need these. The good thing about these is that they last forever. I guess that's the good and the bad. Like, what is in these things? There we go. So like this one expires in February and it's only the middle of December. So I do not give him these constantly, but we have these on hand for a few weeks as he works his way through those. Moving on to some snacks and shelf-stable things. I did get these. The same thought. This is just Colby Jack and turkey sticks. We have not tried these, but we're going to give them a go. My boys are now out for winter vacation from their homeschooling co-ops and their preschool. So I thought this would be a good option when they tell me they're starving. We can give those a try. And I mean like when we're between meals. Of course, if my kids tell me they're starving and it's mealtime, I'm cooking for them. This is just like a snack alternative in the middle of the day or like, you know, random times. We did get a couple of jellies and some bread because we are going to be doing peanut butter and jelly some while they're out for break. And then back here we have, is that pepperoncinis? I don't know if I say things correctly. Pepperoncinis, I love those with pizzas or Pizza Hot Pocket or whatnot. And then we have these banana peppers. I like those in different things. We have 4 chicken broths back here. And then we have pickles. This was supposed to be one large hamburger dill chips like bottle, but they gave me 2 smaller ones because they were out of the large ones. I love that Walmart is back to doing substitutions because at least in my area for a while, they were not giving substitutions. They would just say, oh, too bad, we don't have anything. And I'm like, surely you guys have pickles, you know, but they are back to doing substitutions. I have 1 of these roasted garlic Alfredo sauces and then 3 of these traditional Prego sauces for an easy spaghetti night. Next, we have a bag of sharp cheddar. I am going to be making cheddar bread mix. What do you call that? Okay, let me just look. Okay, so if you guys are interested too, this is my pantry. I do live in a small apartment, so we are pretty stocked on a lot of stuff. I just like to sort of replenish before we run out because I am a nervous person that way. Like beans and tomato sauce and stuff like that in that big bin, I just throw it all in there for space sake. And then there's a similar bin down there that has all of the canned fruits and vegetables that are like down there. That took me a second to get out. So that's the pantry right there. And then over here we have just a few bags of chips left. And then this is like the snack spot. So like their waters and juice go down there, and chips and breakfast bars, applesauces, that kind of thing. Okay, what was I even in here for? I came in here just to show you guys this. I love this Red Lobster Cheddar Bay biscuit mix. So that's why I have the sharp cheddar, is to make that biscuit mix. I thought I had a few of them. Apparently I only have 1, so I need to buy another one. So back from our detour. Next we have, if I can pick this up, maple brown sugar instant oatmeal. It's 20 packs. My son eats 2 of those almost every morning when he's homeschooling with me. Now my son is homeschooling and I am a single mom, but he goes to a co-op once a week and I pay my sister to take him to that. And then my mom takes him twice a week to work on math and science. And what all does she do? She teaches him chess. She's teaching him how to take things apart and like robotics and things. So she has taken over a lot of those categories for me and makes them really fun. So in a typical week, I only homeschool my kid during the day twice a week. And then my mom does it twice a week. And then my sister takes him once a week. So he has a very busy schedule. But that was all just to say, I really only have him in the mornings twice a week. And on those 2 mornings, on homeschool mornings, he always has oatmeal. He has 2 to 3 packs of oatmeal. Next is cinnamon brown sugar Belvita breakfast bars. I don't know if you guys have had these, but these are so good. They're not messy. They also don't feel like junk food. You know, a lot of like breakfast bars, you feed them to your kids and you feel like, okay, they might as well have had candy. Like it's just really, really sugary. These are not like that. And so we love these. I think it's a great option for those busy mornings that the kids are rushing off to homeschool co-ops or to preschool or whatnot. So I picked up some of those. It's been a while since I've found these as well. There's like certain staples that I just love that I've had a hard time finding. Next is Velveeta. I only use Velveeta maybe once a month. I just like to have a lot on hand for making cheesy noodles or something in an emergency situation. You don't have to refrigerate this until you open it. But honestly, I don't know. It's like one of those not real cheese situations. So like it'll last places. Next, we have these fettuccine noodles. These are my favorite noodles. I think a lot of people keep different varieties of noodles on hand. What do you guys do? I only keep fettuccine noodles and then like macaroni noodles because these just stack so well like in the pantry because I am in an apartment, in a small apartment. So I'm able to just stack these up in a little container and I can have a bunch of them just lined up in a row, if that makes sense. And out of all the noodles, fettuccine is just my favorite. So it's sort of space reason and it's just, I don't know, I like picked my favorite. So it doesn't really matter what I'm cooking, I'll just use fettuccine noodles. So I bought 6 boxes of those just to keep us stocked up. Moving on, we typically eat the small like little baby carrots, but Santa's reindeer are coming and so we know that they like the larger carrots and we went ahead and picked those up for them and we will eat those that are left over. My son loves the Little Debbie Christmas trees. I couldn't find those, so I did pick up these birthday cakes, and I think they're pretty comparable, so I think he's gonna like those. We also picked up some honey buns, and then a bunch of oatmeal cream pies. Oh, they're big ones. Okay, so I was thinking this was gonna be like a pack of 24 or something, but it says 12 sandwich cookies that are the big pack of 12 cookies. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe they're just bigger ones than normal, but either way, my kids love those, and again, they are out for break, so I'm just looking for easy snacks. Next is this pack of mandarin oranges. That is mostly for myself because my kids don't really love those. One of my kids will eat them occasionally. So next we have 1 zucchini for the guinea pigs, and then we have 2 cucumbers for us. We have bananas for us. My picky eater loves bananas, so he typically has one of those every day or every other day. We did also pick up romaine lettuce. That is for myself and the guinea pigs. And then we have gala apples. I don't know how to speak. Baby spinach, that is for our smoothies as well as for the guinea pigs. Guinea pigs really like spinach and it's good for them, so we picked those up. And then we do have 10 bags of white cheddar Smart Food popcorn back here. My kids love those. So those are 10 individually packed bags. They're just in a larger bag to start. Anywho, moving on to meat, we do have 2 packs of ham. Again, we are out for break right now, so myself and my older son are gonna be doing a lot of sandwiches. So we have 2 packs of ham to go with our bunny bread that's over there. We also have this rotisserie chicken. I like to go ahead and pull all the meat off of that and freeze it. And then we have easy chicken for a night that I'm really rushed and I don't have time to really put something together. I can unthaw it and we can just eat it sort of as a snack and like with cheese and crackers and stuff, or we can unthaw it and I will throw it in an Alfredo sauce and make a whole meal of it. We also have these large pepperonis. My son and I like to roll them up with cheese into a tortilla. So we have those and my youngest son will just eat them like that. All right, I know I've mentioned these in videos before. I love this Tennessee Pride mild sausage. It has been hard to find at times, so anytime I can get it, I go ahead and get it. I like to cook all 30 of them at one time and then they very, very easily unthaw in the microwave with just like in like 20 seconds. So we have these a lot of mornings. I am somebody that has to have proteins in the morning instead of starches and things, so I really like these. We will just unthaw We will unthaw a few of them every morning and we'll each get one just to start our day. And then the only meats that we have left, we have 5 pounds of hamburger meat back here, and then we have the chicken breast right here, which the chicken breasts were $10. Hamburger meat right now is probably like, I don't know, $20. It's ridiculous. That was everything. In my opinion, this is not a lot of food for $240. I am so thankful though to get that P-Ebt, EBTP, I don't know how they say it, EBTP card. It's really gonna make a difference for us, especially helping us get through this holiday season. I'm so thankful for that extra money. Oh, I'm just realizing I went on a little rant about the cheddar cheese. I don't think I mentioned, I do have sour cream and cream cheese. I like to have bagels in the mornings. I have a few left over, so I'm going to use this on the bagels. And then sour cream, I eat sour cream on almost anything, and I know this packaging was a splurge, but I always am like, I don't want to get sour cream because I don't feel like getting a spoon, and you have to get like a clean, it's a whole thing. So I know this was a splurge and a little bit extra, but I went for it. So anywho, thank you guys so much for being here, and as always, I appreciate you. I love you guys, and I will see you again soon. Bye bye.